X-rays. Inventor: Wilhelm Conrad Röntgen. Invention year: 1895. Invention country: Würzburg, Germany. On November 8, 1895, when the German physicist Wilhelm Conrad Röntgen testing whether cathode rays could pass through glass, he noticed that, when exposed to high electrical discharge, cathode rays produce a light that is capable of passing through several materials. In order to explore its limits, he tried to stop these powerful rays by placing various objects in front of the electrical discharge tube. As he tested a small lead disc, two shadows appeared, that of the disc and that of the bones in his hand. And this was how X-ray was accidentally invented. Coca-Cola. Inventor: John Pemberton. Invention year: 1886. Invention country: Georgia, USA. Coca-Cola, the world's most famous soft drink, was created by a happy accident in 1886. At the time, pharmacist John Pemberton was on a mission to find a cure for headaches. In his pursuit, he accidentally mixed carbonated water with a syrup made of sugar and coca extract. To his surprise, the result was a pleasant and effervescent beverage that went on to become a legendary brand named Coca-Cola. Chewing gum. Inventor: Thomas Adams. Invention year: 1870. Invention country: USA. Once Thomas Adams was experimenting with chicle, the sap from a South American tree, as a substitute for rubber. When he boiled the chicle and after mounting failures, it transformed into a pliable, stretchy substance with a slightly sweet taste. Unbeknownst to him, he had accidentally created the first chewing gum in the world. Slinky toy. Inventor: Richard James. Invention year: early 1940s. Invention country: USA. During Richard James's work at William Cramp and Sons shipyards in Philadelphia, he was surprised when accidentally knocked one of the springs from a shelf and watched as the spring stepped in a series of arcs to a stack of books, to a tabletop, and to the floor, where it recoiled itself and stood upright. This incident compels him towards the fact-finding, and as a result Slinky toy was discovered. Pacemaker. Inventor: Wilson Greatbatch. Invention year: 1985. Invention country: USA. In 1960, the American electrical engineer Wilson Greatbatch committed an error while trying to build an oscillator to measure the heart rhythm disorder tachycardia, adding a resistance of 10,000 ohm resistor of box rather than 10 ohm made the electrical circuit produce an odd rhythm that resulted a circuit produced a signal that sounded for 1.8 milliseconds and then paused for a second, which Greatbatch immediately associated with the beating of a heart. Hence a pacemaker was invented. Plastic. Inventor: Leo Hendrik Beckland. Invention year: 1907. Invention country: New York, USA. During invention of Velox photographic paper, Beckland accidentally discovered a hard moldable material by controlling pressure and temperature on phenol and formaldehyde, which he named as Bakelite, which was the first thermosetting plastic. The new thermosetting plastic was used for everything from phones to jewelry to clocks. Velcro. Inventor: Georges de Mestral. Invention year: 1948. Invention country: Switzerland. Georges de Mestral discovers the Velcro when he went for a walk in the woods. Then suddenly he realized that something clung to his trouser. He investigated and came with the product named Velcro that consists of two components: fabric strip with tiny hook and another fabric with fabric loop that attached each other by combining them. Movane. Inventor: William Perkin. Invention year: 1856. Invention country: West London. In 1856, at the age of 18, the English chemist William Henry Perkin was looking for a synthetic substitute for quinine. whose anti-malarial effects were well documented. By mixing aniline, derived from coal tar, with a few chemical compounds, he hoped he had found an alternative. The experiment was a failure, but he obtained a dark purple precipitate, soluble in water and alcohol. By dipping a piece of silk into it, Perkin discovered its dyeing properties, creating the first synthetic dye called Movane. The microwave. Inventor: Percy Spencer. Invention year: 1946. Invention country: USA. The concept of microwave was invented in the end of World War II, when Spencer was working on building magnetrons for radar sets. He was standing in front of an active radar set, then he got to know the chocolate bar, and his pocket melted. Hence, he was the first who invested the reason, and finally, he gave the world microwave by using electromagnetic waves. Penicillin. Inventor: Alexander Fleming. Invention year: 1928. Invention country: Scotland. In 1928, while the British bacteriologist Alexander Fleming was on vacation, a mouldy fungus invaded one of the Petri dishes in his lab. Upon his return, Fleming noticed the problem, but also that the bacteria did not grow around the intruder. The fungus, a member of the Penicillium genus, contained a substance which, once purified, would become the first powerful antibiotic. That is how penicillin was accidentally invented, and it is thought one of the best accidental invention ever.
Thank you. Kindly subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for stay connected.